What's up there, Georgia deer hunting? What's going on? 'Pretty good, pretty good. About to do some mapping. Gonna work on map number 2. 100 acres. Wow, so that's a good bit. What kind of equipment they got? I would type in chat, but every time I try to type in there, it says you gotta sign in, and it's not letting me sign in, so I can't type. Gotta get that figured out for next time. Alright, well, we're going to get busy here tonight working on map number 2. I haven't got a name for it yet, but I've kind of got a pretty good jump on it, as you'll see. I've got the sawmill here. It's kind of a small one. I don't want to go with a big one this time. We'll just go with kind of a smaller sawmill. There's still room over here. You could probably put some stuff if you wanted to, or you could, maybe clear out some areas around here. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm probably just going to leave it right about like it is. I've already got the office in place with a little kind of rock cliff back there, and I got the entrance to the sawmill. This time it's a little bit better. It's got the two little check-in points there. Got some concrete barriers up there. I'm probably going to put maybe a couple more concrete barriers back here on this side. And this was the sign I was talking about, that not on bare rock. This one's the one that wasn't acting correctly. Let me see if I can't place that a little better. Maybe that'll stay up. Every time I went into the game, the sign was on the ground. Alright, and I'm gonna eventually put some more this chain link fence around probably just this area here next to the office, just to the left there, kind of back towards the rock wall. And then right over here, I'm just probably just going to run it straight into this wall. can you make us a D7 dozer for PS4? No, I don't do vehicles. I just do maps. I don't have near enough time to mess with vehicles, and even on top of that, consoles. I'm not touching console stuff. Sorry, it's not gonna happen. I don't have near enough time to fool with that, and Giants is pretty strict on the console stuff, and I just don't feel like messing with that. Now, if somebody wants to take my maps and convert them over, that's fine. I don't care. But I'm not going to mess with console stuff, unfortunately. All right, let's see here. Looks like I missed some spots for the grass. And let's see. I turned off some of this stuff. Got to remember which one it is. Yeah, you know, even FDR, you know, they do a lot of vehicle mods and stuff, forestry stuff. They even said they're not touching the console stuff this time. They discussed it, and it's just really not worth their time. Giants makes it so hard to do the vehicle for consoles because a lot of the times with the tracks and some of the other stuff that guys make, they have third-party scripts in there, and Giants doesn't allow that on consoles. Let's see, maybe it's particle. I turned off all this stuff. I was making some tutorials, and I forgot what I turned off. There it is. Okay. Alright, so we need grass and small. I'm just going to fill in those little blank spots I noticed right there. Probably wouldn't hurt to leave them, but I'm just going to go ahead and put them in there. Yeah, the cool thing about Farming Simulator 19 is they've got the bushes and stuff. You can just paint them on like this now. There is one small little pond up here. I didn't think I had any water on this one. I guess I did put that little pond right there. Oh gosh, all this nuts. I turned off all the trees, and now I can see what spots I missed. So I'm having to go back and paint in the grass. But I'll turn the trees on here in a minute so you can see what that looks like. It's really cool. I'm just about, well, I can't say just about. I'm getting fairly close to having all the trees placed. And this is map number 2. Let me get some of this stuff filled back in, then I'll turn the trees on. Oh no, you're getting logging maps. In fact, Grizzly Mountain from FDR just got released on console today. Just came out today. So if you go to, I don't know what it is on console, Mod Hub or whatever, it should be on there. If you're not on Discord, you ought to hop over there on Discord. It's free to join up, and go join FDR over there on the Discord server, and he puts up a lot of announcements over there. I think he does also on the Facebook page, but there's a lot more discussion over there on the Discord channel or Discord server. Alright, so let me turn the trees on now just to see what all is going on. Alright, so here's all the trees. As you can see, I've got quite a few. I think all around the perimeter of the map, I've got all the trees mapped in. There's some. It looks like some holes, but whenever you zoom in, you can see the rest of the trees. I've got the draw distance set pretty high, low on these things, so they don't. Well, this one's almost 600, but these little smaller ones should be, yeah, 250. So I've got. It doesn't tax the computer quite as much. Really helps with the frame rate too, so I need to probably drop those bigger trees down too. But anyway, you can see all the trees in here, tons and tons of trees. And I went with all the pine trees this time, and I'm probably going to go back and add some bushes in later. And this map is really steep in a lot of spots, and the problem with that is, let me see if I can find a good example. These trees from Giants have these little fluted ends on them, and those look okay. But anyway, in some really steep spots, the trees don't look right. But that's why I've got them all in this transform group right here, so I can just select them all at one time and then lower them a little bit, so whenever you cut them off, they don't look funny. Yeah, I don't have a count yet on the trees. I can do that at some point, but I just don't haven't been keeping up. I've been too busy placing trees. And I've got a really cool script too to run in to get that pulled up, because I'm probably going to work on placing some more trees, because I'd like to try to get all the trees placed, and then that way I can just be done with it and turn them off, and then work on getting the rocks and stuff. Because you can see I got started, let's see, where was it, right here. I got started putting some of the rocks in, and then everywhere where you see this little cliff looking thing is going to be rocks. So probably not here. Probably leave that. Just paint that on with rock texture or something. But all in through here is gonna be a rock. Of course, all through there. I'll get that looking nice. But let's see if we can place some more trees. Now right here at this little corner, I'm probably just going to have to manually place those. But I've got a really cool script that I can pull up that is a tree replicator. And basically you just tell it the tree radius, which what you do is you select a tree. Like I'll just grab one from over here, and I'm gonna copy paste it and stick it over there somewhere. Then you come over here, and I don't want to go 7 on this one, I want to go 14. Hit save and then execute, and it pops a bunch of trees in there. We need wild animal in the game that's too plain, like deer, bear, and some other animals. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Sorry, but Giants is in the business of farming simulator, not wild game hunting simulator. I just don't think that's going to happen. Giants Editor 8.1 beta. Yes, that is what I'm using. 8.1 beta right there. It's alright. It's a little better than the first one that came out, but it's still got some issues. The reason I say better is, like right here, you can see on this foliage layer painting panel. Instead, well, in the first one, 8.0, you had to know which ones to check in here, these little boxes, to make what particular grass or whatever. And so what they added with 8.1, which is really cool, is all this will drop down here for the layer state, and then it gives you a is small, middle, big, whatever. So that's pretty cool. But it's still got some issues. Like for instance, if you go to selecting too much stuff in here, sometimes it selects more than one, and you have to like look up and then click up in the sky somewhere to deselect everything and then go back and select whatever you wanted to. Yeah, Georgia, I don't know. You have to go ask FDR. I don't play console, so I don't know why you're not seeing it or whatever. Not sure. And the bad thing about this little script I have is I don't have a really good way of telling it not to place the trees in some areas. So I have to do a little bit of manual work, but that's alright. This little script I have has saved me tons of time on placing these trees. And then what I can do is I'm going to select one of these little smaller trees over here and copy paste it in here. And then I can come over here to my script and I'm going to change this from 14 to 7, save it, and then watch what happens whenever I do that. It's going to intermix all these little smaller ones in here with these bigger trees, just like that. So I can place a ton of trees really quick. And that's why I've been able to get this map done as quick as I have. This script right here. The most tedious part is placing the trees. Like bare rock logging, I didn't have this script, and it took me, I don't know, months probably of just placing trees to get everything in there. Yeah, just come in here and select those and delete them and move on. What's up, Mirathus? That script's working out pretty good. I got my radius set pretty high though. I need to bump it down probably a little bit. I'm in a little tight spot, but yeah, man, this thing here, this script is awesome. I've placed, I don't even know how many thousands of trees, and I took your advice and I lowered the draw distance. So I've got them set right now at well, if I can select one, 250. I think that's been working out pretty good. Some of these I think are still set a little bit higher, but I can do that in the just edit the i3D in Notepad. Yeah, Timberwolf, I don't know about Giants Editor closing. I haven't had a problem with that. So far, knock on wood, Giants Editor 8.1 has not crashed on me yet. I was doing something, it may have been with 8.0 though, and it crashed on me, but it's probably something I was trying with the script or something. But I haven't had any problems out of it. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get too close to this road. I don't want to have to delete a whole ton of trees. And with this map, I'm not trying to go too crazy on the trees. I'm trying to keep it somewhat reasonable. I mean, there's still going to be a lot of trees, but It's not going to be like bare rock logging level of trees. I'm going to keep it fairly tame. Hey, Georgia, what map you playing on? Ravenport. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, that's right. You're on console, aren't you? Hey Georgia, Mirathus is in here. He's the one that created, or I guess helped work on the Grizzly Mountain logins. You might ask him about the console thing. Oh, you found it? Cool. All right, good. Oh, 3 new maps today. What are the other 2 by chance? Yeah, I just can't believe how much faster it is putting these trees in with this script. Gosh, I spent hours and hours and hours putting trees in maps. Plantation wasn't too bad because I had a script that would put trees in a row, so that wasn't too bad. All right, man. Yeah, thanks for the script. And Mr. Sealy P has map review of all 3. Okay, man, go check that out. Yeah, take care, man. All right, George, just leave me then. Just go play. Yeah, see, here's how you hand place. You just do Control D, Control B, and then just while holding down the left mouse button, just drag and drop. Well, hit Control to put them, but yeah, it takes a while. I'll work on that later. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna hit the old save button before I get too much further. Wow, looks like the stream has dropped in quality a little bit. How's the stream look to you guys? Looks like there's it looks pretty fuzzy. I'm just kind of watching on my other screen up here. Is the quality not good? Oh, that tree snuck in on me. Oh, looks good. Okay. All right. Looks kind of fuzzy on my screen. I'm watching on another computer. I've got the live stream going up there. It looks kind of fuzzy to me, but as long as it looks good, I guess. I mean, I'm not doing anything too terribly, you know, taxing on the computer. I'm not playing a game or anything, so it should look pretty good. Maybe it's just my other computer. All right. So on these rocks here, it's basically just a combination of like 2 or 3 different rocks. Cliff 02, Rock 1, Rock 3. I think there's a rock. There's a Rock 2. And what I do to kind of mix them up is, like for instance, you know, I could just copy this one and move it over, but then it kind of looks the same. So what you can do is you can either kind of rotate it, or what I like to do even is just kind of turn it over on its side and then rotate it over, pull it up a little, you know, something like that, just to kind of mix it up. So it's the same rock, but you really wouldn't even know it unless you really look close. And then you can even change the size of it. So you can go like a scale up of 2 and a 2. See, that makes it a good bit bigger. So this is one of the more tedious parts right here, is putting all these rocks and this little detail and stuff in here. But I think it really makes it look nice. And I think right about there was pretty good. And then what we can do is we can come in here with the terrain sculptor and kind of knock this down a little bit. And we can smooth it up. May have to come back and add, well, we'll put some bushes or something in there maybe. I don't want it to look like it's too, you know, placed. Okay, Georgia, now what you talking about? Is my stream laggy, or is the Grizzly Mountain map laggy? Oh, the map. Yeah, I remember there was some discussion, I think, on Discord that the Grizzly Mountain on the console was kind of laggy, and then they resubmitted it to Giants to correct that, and then Giants said there was nothing wrong with it, so they wouldn't let them resubmit it or whatever, which was kind of stupid because they tested it and said it was fine, but people were complaining that it was kind of laggy. So I guess you just have to deal with it as best you can, because I don't think Giants is going to let them do anything else with it. Alright, let's grab this one. Stick it over here. Make it a little bigger. It's probably too big. Go with just one. But as you can see, as I start to place some of these rocks in here and just kind of give it, just kind of let them overlap and show through and stuff, it really makes it look nice. You see, you never would have known that that was the same rock as that one right there. Just by adjusting the size and the direction and whatever, it makes it look completely different. And then what I'll probably end up doing is, let's see, let me grab my terrain sculptor. I'll smooth that out a little bit. And see, then what I'll do is I'll come back in here with the bushes, and I'll paint in some bushes and make it look real nice. And then what I like to do is to come in here with some, it's the deco foliage, but you have to figure out which one it is. I think it's, I never can remember which one it is. No, it's not that one, that's flowers. Hey, what's up, KFS Blaze, man? What's going on? I think it's maybe the Rumex. No, that's not it. One of these stupid things, I can't even remember which one it is. I guess that'll work. Yeah, sort of flower stuff too. I don't want a bunch of that stuff. We'll go with that. So when you can kind of mix in some of this deco foliage stuff, maybe not a whole lot of it, just kind of enough to give it some detail. Mix it in with the bushes and makes it look real nice. Yeah, Georgia, I've actually never played Grizzly Mountain. I've got it downloaded and I just haven't had a chance to play around with it yet. I need to do that and see what all is going on the map. I've seen a couple videos on it, but I haven't played it yet. Alright, let's see, what do I want now? Let's mix it up a little bit and put a different rock in here. We're just about to the end of this little spot. I guess we'll just leave it like that. But yeah, just by playing with the rotation of everything and the heights and scales and stuff, you can make it look totally different. I was surprised whenever I actually started digging into what Giants did on the Felsbrunn and the Ravenport map with all the rocks. It's really cool because they don't really use a whole lot. It's just the way they mix them up and rotate them and all that kind of stuff. Makes it look pretty neat. And I guess I should mention, you see all this terrain. All this, if you watched my video on how to add real world DEM data to your map, this was all done the same way, except for, of course, I added in the roads. But so basically I had very little to do getting this map set up, which saved me a ton of time, because it would have taken me forever to add in all these little mountains and valleys and stuff. Of course, the roads, there's kind of no way around that. You have to just, build those. And so there'll be a little switchback a couple times here going down the mountain. Then right here, I can't quite decide what I want to do. I think I'm probably just going to leave it. I may extend the road on out that way a little ways, and maybe make a landing or something down here. But there's going to be very little roads on this map, because as you can see, there's one road coming out of the sawmill here, which goes up here and Y's off, and this left road goes right up here to this landing, and that's it. That's as far as it goes. And then this road kind of winds through the mountains over this little bridge, and then the switchbacks, which goes back down the mountain and ends there. But I may extend this road on out this way somewhere. I don't know. I don't want to. I'm trying not to put too many roads in here, because I think it's really cool to kind of blaze your own path, and with the terrain sculpting now in the Giants editor. Oh, how'd that get down there? What is that? Cliff 01. Well, we don't need that down there. Delete that. But yeah, with the Giants editor now, where you can edit the terrain, you can build your own roads. In fact, I follow a Facebook group, which I think it was Farming Simulator Loggers, possibly. Anyway, there's a guy on there who does a lot of stuff, and he puts up a lot of screenshots or YouTube videos and stuff. But he took Grizzly Mountain and made his own little road, which was really pretty cool. And he was saying that some spots were kind of hard to get to, and so he just made his own road in there. It's pretty neat. I thought that was pretty cool that you can do that now. I don't even know how they got that figured out. All right, Georgia, now you're making me want to go over there and play Grizzly Mountain. Actually, I just got done recording tomorrow's video, so I'll probably play it out after I finish this map. Or not finish this map, but finish this live stream. Let's see, where are we at here? 39 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to probably only go for about another 20 minutes and then call it a night. I've got some other stuff I got to work on outside of gaming stuff. And I hope nobody's bored. I was going to put some music in here, but I just needed to get the stream started and didn't really have time. But yeah, I really just wanted to do some live streaming showing off the mapping stuff, because I don't know, I just kind of feel like everybody needs to see how, I mean, it's not terribly difficult what I'm doing, but it's not something that is super easy, or super fast, I guess I should say. It definitely takes some time to do all this stuff. Alright, so that little segment of rock right there, I'm going to call it pretty well done. What I may do is, right here, I think I'm probably going to just paint in some rock. We'll go with Mountain Rock Dark. Of course, I hate the way that looks against the real rocks, though. But I'll stick some bushes in there and be all right. Yeah, I just love these bushes. It's so awesome. very quickly to put all this in. In Farming Simulator 17, you had to place all these individually by hand. There was no painting them on like this. That really sucked. Yeah, see, those bushes really make it look much better. Kind of hides some of that rock texture. In fact, we'll go for an even bigger bush. There we go. That really kind of hides more of that rock. And I guess the reason I don't like the rock too much is if the like right here where it's there's a long stretched rock, it really doesn't look very good there. But over here on this side, it looks pretty good. I just don't like that stretched look, so I try to smooth those out as much as I can. And like right here, you know, that really doesn't look very good either. And so what you can do is take this terrain sculptor and just kind of knock that down a little bit, and it really helps that out, reduces that stretched look. See, that looks a little better. And then I'll add in some more of that deco foliage. Alright, let's see how that looks with the trees turned on now. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'll have to come back in here and add some more trees because I didn't want to get too close with my running my script, or else it would have put trees everywhere. And see, that's what I'm talking about. If you don't watch it, you'll get trees like that. You gotta go back and fix, but I'll fix those. I'm just gonna move that over a little bit. It looks better already, but what I'm gonna do before I finish up this map is, you see I've got all these trees over here on the left, all those trees, they're all under one transform group, this test trees. And so what I can do is, whenever I get ready to, actually I'm probably gonna do it on the pines right here. What I'll do is I'll bump these trees down about a half a meter or something, maybe a little bit less. And that way all those little tree trunks will be under the ground. You won't see that. Well, you spending some money already, huh? Alright, let's get some of these bigger trees, and we'll stick a few more of these in here. Just like that, and then I'm going to grab one of the smaller ones. I'll stick a few more of those in here. Yeah, you know, at first I wasn't a huge fan of these little pine trees, but they're starting to grow on me a little bit. They look alright. I love the way that this, let me get back over here. Now this looks pretty realistic to me. I mean, you know, here in the South, what we do is we run fire through some of these areas, and that to me looks pretty realistic, because I mean, you know, once you've run fire through there, of course it's missing some fallen trees and limbs and stuff and whatever, but once you run fire through there, it really does clear out the undergrowth, and when it starts to grow back up, like in the spring or summer or something, you know, it really does kind of look like this. So I like these real tall big trees. They're fairly straight. They're kind of crooked at the top, but these other trees are so crooked. I just don't know why Giants did that. make it look good. And let's see, while I've got that selected, I'm going to stick a few more trees down this way. Well, Georgia, again, if you were on PC, you would have some different trees to plant. I mean, not with the in-game planner, but there's some guys that make trees that you can basically they're placeables, and you just buy them and stick them around. I live in Louisiana, North Louisiana. That's the NLA. That's what that stands for. It's North Louisiana. Yeah, that's starting to look pretty good. Alright, well I think for the next 15 minutes or so I'm going to be putting some more trees. I really want to try to get these trees finished up. So I'm going to select probably this tree right here. And I've got my script over here that I've been using. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing with the placeable trees. They'll be coming along. You know, it's just everybody's sort of having to get caught up with what Giants changed in 19 versus 17. So the good stuff's coming. It's just going to take everybody a little bit of time to get everything worked out. I mean, I started working on Bear Rock logging. I mean, pretty much the day I got my hands on Giants Editor, and I haven't released it yet just because I haven't had time to really dive into it and get it finished. Basically, I'm kind of been putting it off. I was really hoping the Giants would put out an update to the game, but it looks like they're not going to, so I'm just going to go ahead and release it, and if they do anything different, then it's either going to fix it or break it. But at least I'll have that map out. Yeah, I just can't say enough good things about this script. This thing has really saved me a ton of time. You can see how fast I'm putting trees in here. Yeah, this map is really steep. You can see right here, it's really, really steep. When I use the real world terrain, putting this elevation data in here, I really probably should have made it a little bit flatter than this. I didn't realize how steep it was going to be, but this will be a good challenge for logging. So those of you that like really steep mountainous type logging, this is going to be a pretty awesome map because you can see how steep some of this stuff is. And I really probably should have put some sort of creeks or something running down through these little valleys, but I decided against it mainly because I had so many issues with the water planes over on Bear Rock. I didn't want to fool with it over here. And there's some of those big trees, the pine stage 6. I need to mix some of those in. I kind of like those trees. They'll be really good for logging too, because you'll get a bunch of wood out of them. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and pop some in here if they'll do it. I don't know. Yeah. I've already got too many trees around. It's not letting me place anymore. That's alright. I'm not messing with any of those little small trees this time either. There are some pine stage 3s, and I think maybe even some 2s that I could put in here, but I hate messing with those little small trees. It turned out pretty good on the plantation, but man, those things, I mean, I placed so many of them too. I think it probably hurt putting them in there with the frame rates and stuff. Can you start a multiplayer series with FDR on Grizzly Mountain? I don't know about that. FDR, I don't think he does his single player series. I don't think he plays multiplayer with anybody at the moment. He used to. I think they're too busy working on mods and stuff for 19, to be honest. Probably pretty busy. And I don't even know if he would do anything with me. I'm just small potatoes compared to FDR. I've only got 658 subscribers. Wish I had 1,000. Because it sure would be nice to get my videos monetized again. That's what I'm shooting for, is 1,000. If you watch any of my videos, you've seen that little graphic at the bottom left. Alright. Pretty well finished up with that area. Let's connect some of these other little places up. See if we can't work our way down towards this road over here. I guess, well, you know, I guess I could show you how to place the stuff over here, because there's a couple things I need to add in over here. I want to put in the gas pump. Let's see, where do I want to put that? Guess I could put it, let's see, that's, can't get through there, so that'd be a good spot. I'm going to put the wood cell point right in here, pretty well like it is on Bear Rock. And to do that, let's see, I need to do file import. I've got this imports folder where I've, you know, grabbed a bunch of stuff. And let's see, where did I put it? Gas station pump. Oh wait, that's not what I was looking for. Well, we'll put that in there anyway. I want to put it right out here in the middle, I believe. Yep, See, I've got this little gas station pump. And then what I had done with bare rock is put I think I had a couple of light posts in there. Let me see if I can get my light post in. Street lantern large. I think this is it. We'll go with that anyway. And that's actually not going to come on until I've scripted in, I think. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. In fact, I tell you what I'm going to do. This will be cool. Watch this. Watch this. We'll make a double. Yeah, there we go. Single pole, double light. Now let's see if we can get our wood cell point in here. Wood cell trigger, I think it is. Yep. And then let's see. Well, before I get too far, I'm gonna stick this stuff back in the Control X. Stick it back in this Sawmill Deco group. There we go. And then let's get the wood cell trigger in the right spot. Up, see what I'm talking about? This is some of the craziness that goes on with Giants Editor now. So like I just clicked on that one, but for some reason all this stuff up here in this Sawmill Deco is now selected for some strange reason. So you have to click off in the sky somewhere up there. I got the map boundaries in already. And then we can come back down here and click on the wood cell trigger. Now it's just the one selected. If it's green, that means it's the only one selected. Well, if you clicked on that one. And let's put it in the just the sawmill area. Stick it in there. Alright, and then I'm running out of time real quick, but I'm gonna go ahead and get the this other wood cell start trigger. We'll put it in here. And that's the little icon thing that you have to walk over to and you know, click on it to sell the wood. And I'm going to go ahead and click off there. Click on that. Control X. And we'll stick it back up here too. Alright, so now I can select both of those. Not all those. Because I need to figure out where to put this little wood cell thing. Stick it over there. That'll work. All right, everybody. Well, I got to sign off for tonight. Thanks for tuning in and chatting with me and watching everything. Had a good time, and we'll try to do this every Thursday night. I'm gonna try to make myself, really try to do it every Thursday night, because sometimes stuff comes up and I just can't do it. But I'm gonna be shooting for every Thursday night, and I'll probably be doing some mapping stuff, so you can see me like actually script in, how the gas pump and the lights work and the wood cell and all that stuff. I'll actually be working on that probably next Thursday. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm going to be working on Bear Rock Log, and I'm trying to get it out February the 16th, which is Saturday. I'm going to try to get Bear Rock Logging released. That's tough. So yeah, I'm pushing myself to get it done. And then this is map number 2, which I don't have a name for it yet. I'll be coming up with that pretty soon, and I'll be letting the patrons know what the map name's going to be and the logo before I release it to the public. So if you're interested, head over to the Patreon page and become a patron for $5 a month, and you'll get all the insider information on the maps, what the map name's going to be, when it's going to be released, screenshots, what the logo is going to look like. I'll do all that stuff over on Patreon for those guys that are patrons. And then I'm considering doing some of this like map tutorial type stuff over there too, where maybe you pay a little bit more, and I'll put together some video tutorials or something. I haven't made up my mind yet on all that, but so that's a possibility. But anyway, like I said, thanks for tuning in and watching, and y'all take care. We'll see you next time.